In today's video, we're going to be discussing if dietary cholesterol is bad for you and if you should be worried about high cholesterol on the keto diet. For decades, we have been told to limit our dietary cholesterol, which is high in foods such as eggs, meat, and dairy. The thinking behind this is that dietary cholesterol would raise our blood cholesterol, which would clog our arteries and lead to heart disease. But did you know that the 2015 US dietary guidelines actually removed cholesterol as a nutrient of concern? There is no longer an upper recommended limit to how much we should consume because there is no solid evidence supporting the claim to limit it. But should we still be mindful about our cholesterol consumption, especially on keto? Cholesterol is what clogs our arteries after all. We're going to break it all down in this video, answer these questions and more. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kate. I'm a health coach and I post videos on a high-fat, nutrient-dense way of eating. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, feel free to share, and make sure to subscribe. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook where I share new posts every single day. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. For everything from websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that does it all. Head to squarespace.com/healthcoachkate to start your free trial today. Having high cholesterol has become synonymous with having poor health. But is there more to the picture than looking at total cholesterol on its own, or even just focusing on LDL? Because there are several different types of cholesterol, all that play a role in the body. We're going to start off talking about what cholesterol is and its function in the body. Then we will get into some misconceptions about cholesterol, and we'll finish off talking about what you should be looking for when you get a cholesterol test done. What is cholesterol? Cholesterol is a type of fat and an essential structural component for cell membranes for both animals and humans. It is found in every single cell in the human body and has several functions. Some of the roles it plays include helping the body to absorb fat-soluble vitamins. These are vitamins A, D, E, and K. Creating hormones, especially sex hormones. Helping you to synthesize vitamin D. And maintaining cell structure. Now, here's the thing with blood cholesterol. Most of the cholesterol that is found in our blood, about 85%, is made by our liver. We can get a small amount from eating foods high in dietary cholesterol. But increasing or decreasing dietary cholesterol has been shown to only impact blood cholesterol levels marginally. Regarding the recommendation to limit cholesterol, cardiologist Dr. Steven Nissen said, "Your genetic makeup, not diet, is the driving force behind cholesterol levels. The body creates cholesterol in amounts much larger than what you can eat, so avoiding foods that are high in cholesterol won't affect your blood cholesterol levels very much." So avoiding foods that are high in cholesterol won't affect your blood cholesterol levels very much. Now, when we are talking about cholesterol as it pertains to our health, we aren't actually talking about the cholesterol itself, but rather what carries it. And these are known as lipoproteins. There are 4 types of lipoproteins, but the main 2 that are tested for are LDL and HDL. And while they are often referred to as good and bad, both of them are important for our health. LDL is responsible for carrying cholesterol particles throughout the body, and HDL goes around and picks up excess cholesterol and brings it to the liver, where it can be used or excreted. Neither is necessarily good or bad, they both have a role. And on that note, let's get into some of the misconceptions about cholesterol. Cholesterol misconceptions. So it is true that having higher levels of LDL is associated with a higher risk of heart disease. And that is why there are concerns about having high cholesterol. And it is also true that a lot of people eating a high-fat diet, such as keto, end up seeing a rise in LDL. And I will get to why that is in just a second. But looking at LDL alone and not looking at our other cholesterol levels is not a good indicator of heart disease risk or even our overall health. The studies that have found an association between high LDL and heart disease risk have found just that. An association. When in reality, 75% of people who have heart attacks have what is considered to be normal LDL levels. Lowering LDL in and of itself does not decrease heart disease risk. In fact, when LDL is lowered artificially, the opposite happens. One study lowered the LDL of some participants into a range considered to be optimal. After 3 years, the total mortality was twice as high as compared to the group with higher LDL. It is also well known that for people over the age of 60, LDL is not associated with heart disease risk and is actually inversely associated with all-cause mortality. There is a stronger association between people with insulin resistance and heart attacks, although this is something that often goes undiagnosed, so the connection is missed. And I have a ton of other videos on insulin resistance on my channel if you want to know more about what that is and if you have it, because unfortunately it often goes undiagnosed, as I said, because doctors do not routinely check insulin levels. But anyways, the point is, looking at LDL alone does not tell us much about our heart disease risk. I'm quickly going to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Squarespace. I'm grateful to companies like Squarespace. Because of them, I am able to put out as much free content as I do. I post 2 videos every single week for you guys, and I post daily on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I wouldn't be able to do this without the help of my sponsors, so I really appreciate them, and I do genuinely love Squarespace. I have been using them since I started my health coaching business. I set up my website on Squarespace long before I started working with them. So if you are thinking of building a website for your business or even for personal reasons, such as you want to start a blog, or maybe you have a wedding or an event coming up and you want to make like a digital invitation or a landing page, Squarespace has got you covered. Their award-winning customizable templates will give your website a polished and professional look, while also being highly customizable. You have complete control over colors, fonts, sizing, photos, and more. Their templates are beautiful and professional. And if you are a coach or if you work with clients, one cool feature that is so handy is that there's built-in scheduling. You can utilize multiple calendars, customize payment settings, and set up automatic email and text reminders. Head to squarespace.com/healthcoachkate to start your free trial. You can build your entire website, set everything up without having to enter your credit card details or anything. And when you love it and decide to launch, make sure to use code HealthCoachKate to save 10% off your first order. Thank you again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. So what is a better indicator if total cholesterol isn't a good one and LDL isn't a good one? What are good cholesterol results? As previously mentioned, having insulin resistance increases your heart disease risk, along with your risk of other diseases as well, including type 2 diabetes, PCOS, dementia, and more. If you're looking at your cholesterol blood panel, there are actually 2 numbers here that can tell you a lot about your disease risk and your overall health. The numbers you want to be looking at are triglycerides and HDL. Triglycerides are the amount of fat in your blood, and HDL, as we already spoke about, is widely seen as the good cholesterol. It goes around picking up excess cholesterol and bringing it back to your liver. So triglycerides, you want to basically be as low as possible. Ideally less than 1.7 millimolars per liter or 150 milligrams per deciliter. And HDL, you want to be higher, ideally over 1 millimolar per liter or 60 milligrams per deciliter. And these are the reference ranges that practitioners do recommend. However, as soon as they see high LDL, nothing else seems to matter. They only focus on LDL and go into panic mode. But here's the thing. The ratio between triglycerides and HDL has actually been shown to be a much better indicator of heart disease risk than any other cholesterol measure. One meta-analysis concluded, although some lipid variables were associated with the extent of coronary disease, the ratio of triglycerides to HDL cholesterol showed the strongest association with extent. A ratio under 1.9 is considered optimal, a ratio of 2 to 3 indicates moderate heart disease risk, and a ratio over 3 is a high risk of heart disease. And this ratio is also a strong indicator of insulin resistance. And that just goes to show how connected these 2 things are. Now, if you're calculating your ratio, make sure to do it in milligrams per deciliter and not millimolars per liter, or else the calculation won't work out. So in summary, dietary cholesterol is not going to raise your blood cholesterol and increase your heart disease risk. There is no reason to limit it in your diet. And also, looking at total cholesterol or LDL alone are not good indicators of our health. Looking at your triglyceride to HDL ratio can tell us a lot more. Anyways guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comment section down below if you calculated your triglyceride to HDL ratio and what your number is. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up and click that subscribe button down below. And remember to check out today's sponsor, Squarespace. If you did enjoy my video, you might also enjoy my video on 15 symptoms of insulin resistance. You can check it out here. If you want to catch up on my most recent upload, you can find it here. And if you want to check out my keto diet and carnivore diet coaching programs, you can find them here. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.